High up in the mountains here at Spielberg, it's time for qualifying on what will be the fastest laps of the season. Stand by for qualifying at the Austrian Grand Prix.
Intermediate tyres are your best bet in the current conditions. Okay, people are starting to set some decent times on intermediate tyres. It could be time for us to change over too. "30 seconds left in the session. Are you okay? That was a nasty hit. Turn the engine off and wait for the marshals.
Well, the weather is not looking good today. We're expecting the downpours to continue into today's sprint, and this will make for some very tricky conditions for all the teams. It's a short lap here in Spielberg with just 10 corners, 7 to the right and 3 to the left, making up the total distance of 2.6 miles. And expect to see a lot of cars running wide today, especially through the last corner, as the wet conditions make the cars skittish through the downhill sections. Let's run you through the driver grid order for today's exciting sprint. World champion Max Verstappen starts from pole position. And it's Lewis Hamilton alongside. Considering the rest of the grid, we have Norris, Fernando Alonso, Sainz, Leclerc, Oscar Piastri, Russell, Perez, Stroll, Gasly, Tsunoda, Ricciardo, Albon, Ocon, Magnussen, Joe, Hülkenberg, Sargent, Bottas, Benavides, and Golden Boy. And with preparations almost complete, let's head trackside for today's sprint. And alongside me today, a man who I'm always pleased to see join me in the commentary box, Anthony Davidson. Well, they say that a change is as good as a rest, and whilst there's not much rest on show in the sprint format today, there's definitely a change to what we're usually seeing on the track. As we all know, every single driver wants to know what's required of them, and in the case of this driver, I think things are pretty stable at the moment. That they're doing what the team require. I know what we've got to do before the start of today's race, but what about our driver? What do the final hours look like for them?
Well, for them, you've got your pre-race rituals that you go through. You see different drivers that, some have got their headphones on, they're listening to the music. Some drivers really absorb the energy from the crowd and they're there waving to them. Other drivers, they go within themselves. They chat to their engineers, absorbing that information, that vital information that you need to carry you through the race. And, those pre-race rituals are essential to making things systematic. We do a lot of Grand Prix in a season, and the more systematic you can be, the easier you are within that environment.
Here we go then, the formation lap is underway ahead of today's sprint. As all the cars take their positions on the grid, the final preparations have been made, and all that's left is for the drivers to deliver on track.
Okay, we're monitoring some wear on the internal combustion engine. Be aware that we're going to start to see a loss of power. That's a decent start, good job. Minutes left of this rain, then we think it's going to dry up. 10 minutes. The rain's getting lighter now, but it's going to take a while for the track to dry out. Inters seem to be the fastest tyre for now. Accumulating some wear on the MG UK. To manage this, we're going to need to lower our ERS deployment mode. Tyre condition still looking good. The radar showing a clear patch on its way. There's about 10 more minutes of this rain. The energy store's depleting, reducing our overall capacity. The more charge you hold, the faster that capacity will drop. You're increasing the gap on the car behind by 0.5 a lap. The track's drying, but it's going to take a while to clear the standing water offline. Don't start thinking about slicks just yet. Okay, we're looking at some gearbox wear, so try to keep the number of shifts to a minimum, please. Sergeant's behind you. Less than a second separates you. They're on a fresh set of inters. Their tyres are 5 laps old, and the time last lap, 1 minute 21.9. Okay, so gap to the car ahead, 1.8 seconds. Okay, you've currently got 19th place. Okay, Magnussen ahead. They're on a fresh set of inters. Less than a second separates you. They're on a fresh set of inters. Pit strategy complete. See these tyres through to the end now. Okay, 7 laps to go. Okay, the underbody's taken some damage. You might start to notice it soon. Push, push, use your overtake button, let's go. And gap to the car in front, 7.0 seconds. Caution, caution. Okay, so we're leading our teammate by 2.2 seconds. Okay, we think the underbody's incurred some slight damage, but nothing too serious at the moment, just be careful. I don't think the line is really dry enough yet to start thinking about slicks. Let's hold on to the inters for a little while longer. Current forecast is 5 or 10 minutes more of rain before it starts to dry up. Bottas is behind you. Okay, the gap is less than a second. They're on old intermediates. Their tyres are 9 laps old. Looks like the car behind has a small amount of damage to the front wing, but it doesn't seem to be affecting performance. Just be aware. Time last lap, 1:17.0. No tyre concerns at the moment, just focus on the driving. Look out for a bit of understeer when trailing the car ahead. They're going to be giving off dirty air, which is going to affect our tyres, so try to get past. Turbocharger's on its last legs. Let's try to keep mileage on it to a minimum. to get past. Green flag. Okay, this is your final lap of the race. Race over, take care of the car on the way in.
So with the sprint concluded, join us next time for qualifying and of course the main event, this weekend's Formula One Grand Prix. We'll see you next time. High up in the mountains here at Spielberg, it's time for qualifying on what will be the fastest laps of the season. Stand by for qualifying at the Austrian Grand Prix.
hard. It's causing your gearbox to take increased wear. Just be careful. Here's a quick position rundown for you. The top 5 are Tsunoda, Verstappen, Ricciardo, Norris and Gasly. Fastest lap at the moment, 1 minute 07.5. P13.